Hi, I'm Kate, and this is your news for Monday, April 19th. Next, we have some club announcements.
Hey, Spartans!
Next week, on Thursday, April 29th, HOSA will be hosting a blood drive from 1 to 6 p.m. at the Covenant Presbyterian Church on Seago Road.
Global health has certainly become a priority in the past year, and donating blood can help many critically ill members of our community.
To donate, you must be at least 16 years old. If you are 16 years old, make sure to bring a parental consent form. If you're older, bring a license or other form of government-issued ID. There are other specific requirements, including a minimum weight, so please check these too. Additionally, if you've gotten a COVID vaccine, make sure to know the manufacturer to determine blood donation eligibility.
Appointment signups are recommended by April 27th, but walk-ins are also allowed. The process will take an hour, but you will only be giving blood for 5 to 10 minutes.
Here's some healthy reminders for before giving blood. Remember to drink plenty of water and rest well before donating. Iron-rich food is a yes. Fatty foods and drinking caffeine the day of and before are a no. And make sure to avoid strenuous physical activity.
We will be providing refreshments to everyone who donates. $10 gift cards and scholarships will also be offered to our youth donors. We will be enforcing a COVID-safe experience through social distancing, temperature checks, individually prepackaged refreshments, and masks, of course.
Note that all donations will be tested for COVID-19 antibodies, but this test does not determine whether you've had the virus, only whether your body has fought it off before.
To sign up, visit redcrossblood.org and enter the sponsor code Madison Memorial HS or call 1-800-RED-CROSS. All links can be found in the description box.
And remember, one donation can save up to 3 lives.
In celebration of Earth Day, the Green Club has put together some easy things that you can do to help reduce your carbon footprint and help the environment.
An important part of Earth Day is working to try to reduce waste. You can do this by using reusable water bottles, reusable bags, using cloth napkins instead of paper napkins, or ceramic plates instead of paper plates. Whatever you can try to do to have more going into the recycling as opposed to the garbage.
For energy conservation, you could also turn off lights when you leave a room or unplug outlets when not using.
Cut back on the amount of meat you eat. Maybe try having 1 or 2 days a week where you don't eat any meat. Also, try buying meat from a local farmer, like at a farmer's market.
As you can see, there's a lot of things that you can do to help our Earth. Although they may seem like small things, a lot of people doing them can make a big impact. That starts with you. Happy Earth Day!
Here is the clip of the week. Hi, Memorial students! As we get ready to come back to school, we reached out to some student groups and gathered questions about reopening for school staff and admin. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
What's our schedule going to look like?
Doors to the building will open every day at 8 a.m. You will go directly to your first class of the day. If you need breakfast, you will report to the cafeteria, then to your first class of the day. The day ends at 12:30. Both virtual and in-person students will follow the same class schedule.
Will there be a lunch?
All right, so there will be a grab and go lunch. You'll be able to grab your lunch as you leave the building for the day at 12:30.
What will my classroom look like?
All right, your classroom is going to look a little different. There will be desks 6 feet apart, and there is minimal furniture in the room so that we all can socially distance, stay 6 feet apart, and make sure we're wearing our mask and being really safe at the same time.
How many students will there be in a class?
You could potentially have up to 15 students in your class. but the norm will be more around 10 students.
Will our teachers be teaching both students virtually and in person at the same time?
All right, so teachers are going to be teaching students virtually and in person at the same time. But we've been building community all year, and we're going to continue to embrace that as we move forward.
How will passing time work?
We will still have a 5-minute passing time. The biggest difference is that we'll have fewer students in the hallway, so less congestion, and you'll need to follow the designated traffic patterns, AKA the arrows on the ground, to move where you need to go, and you know how to go up and down the stairs without stopping along the way, of course.
Will we be able to choose our cohorts?
Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to choose your own cohorts. We have really tried to make an effort so that families across middle schools and high schools do have the same cohort days. Certainly there are extenuating circumstances, but at this point, unfortunately, no choosing your own cohort.
If I decide to stay virtual, can I choose in person later in the school year?
A second opportunity to indicate a preference to return to in-person schooling will occur from May 3rd to May 7th, with students beginning their in-person learning on May 25th. For students who chose to be in person but would like to return to virtual, you can let us know at any time and we can make that change in your schedule.
Will virtual look different for those who aren't in person?
Knowing that 2/3 of our students on any given day will be virtual will be maintained as our primary format for delivering instruction. There will, however, be some differences because the teacher will be interacting with students in the classrooms, and that's different from before. So it will still be primarily virtual learning with some changes because of in-person.
What time does my first class start every day and my last class end?
The first class starts at 8:15 and the last class ends at 12:30.
That's all we have for you today. Be on the lookout for more information soon. Stay safe, Spartans. Please note the important schedule changes. And on Tuesdays and Thursdays, CCC time will happen at 8:15, where you can go in person or on Zoom and meet with your first hour teacher. After 12:30, when your classes are done for the day, it will be time to connect with your teachers virtually. Thanks for watching. Have a great week.